you know this team as well as anybody. I'm sure in your mind before Game 1 commenced, you had a couple of different scenarios that you could envision playing out. I don't think last night was exactly the way you thought it would go, with Clay and Steph doing basically nothing, and the role players who we know are really good, but, I mean, carrying more weight than usual. What a start. The bench was phenomenal.
Well, it was the lowest scoring output from Curry and Klay Thompson in any game this season. So, no, that was not a scenario that anybody anticipated. But Cleveland sent multiple bodies at Steph and Klay to the point where they were just daring Warrior reserves to beat them, and the bench beat them 45-10. So, I mean, that was one gamut by Tyronn Lue. Okay, let's take a shot at it, see if the Warriors' ancillary players can beat us. Well, they found out that they can. And the Cavs also got shackled, shooting only 38%. And the Warriors are an elite defensive team, and they reminded everybody of that. So for Cavs, you know, they got until Sunday to figure something out. I guarantee Steph and Klay will not have only 20 points on Sunday.
Yeah, no, you're right. But the curious question is, can Barbosa and Sean Livingston, can they keep that up? Can they score 20 and shoot, and as Barbosa did, shoot perfect from the field?
No, that's not going to happen. I mean, you know, that's the point, is that this was an opportunity game for Cleveland. They had taken the lead in the third quarter, and then, you know, a blow to the boys led to a blowout because once Iguodala got hit in the nether regions, the Warriors went on a 25-8 run. So, you know, I would think if Dellavedova is going to try to pull that kind of stuff again with Curry or Iguodala or whatever, you don't want to make the Warriors mad. When they tend to get a little angry, they tend to play really, really well.
Yeah, no, and I don't know if he was doing it on purpose. When we talked about it at the top of the show, I said Dellavedova just underestimated the length of his arm, so he came up a little short.
Yeah, I mean, the purpose thing is interesting, except I might call Al Horford, and I might call Kyle Korver, I might call Taj Gibson, I might call Iguodala from December. I mean, Dellavedova is involved in all of these type of things, and you know, people don't want to ever say someone's a dirty player. That guy's a dirty player.
Yeah,
you know, he's not good enough to deal with some of these guys on a physical level, so he's got to be an irritant and cross the line a lot. And when you're involved in like 5 of these incidents over a 2-year period, there's not a randomness to some of your behavior.
Yeah, the Cavs have a 6'1" enforcer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, man, talking to Bob Fitzgerald here, voice of the Warriors. So, Bob, you've been around the team for a long time. You've been in the Bay Area. You know everything about this team, and I was only there for a minute, basically. But, you know, it's amazing. Growing up a huge Chris Mullin fan, you know, being from New York and watching Run TMC. But really, outside of that little 3-year pot, there wasn't a whole lot outside of when they upset the Mavericks, you know, a couple of years ago, whatever it was, and in the first round. There's been such an absence of achievement. It's amazing to me that the Warriors are, you know, a couple of wins away from doing something that so few teams have done. Did you ever think, like, would your mind ever wander that, you know, maybe the Warriors can become a global team like they have, because they were a doormat for so long?
Yeah, I mean, I've been with the team for 23 years, and they had 17 straight without a playoff season. And then you mentioned We Believe, which was the 1-8 upset over Dallas. But, you know, you could see the build in terms of 47 wins, 51 wins. But then the hyper leap to 67, and then the league record 73. You know, and then you look at a 24-0 start, 54 straight home wins, 34 wins on the road. These are all records for the league. And then to come from 3-1 down against Oklahoma City, to do it with Bob Myers and Steve Kerr and Joe Lacob, with Steph Curry and Klay, and the guys that are all good guys in addition to phenomenal basketball players, they really are the league's darling. And like you said, from a global standpoint, everybody wants to check out the Warriors for how they play, how well they play. But I think it's infectious that the style and the way the guys carry themselves is really the right way to do things.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And just briefly on the other side, because I know you're watching this, you appreciate who the Cavs are, the stars that they have, and who LeBron is. And there's no rivalry. You heard Steph before the game talking about, I'm not trying to take LeBron's crown. I'm just trying to win championships. But when you look at it from LeBron's perspective, is there – I mean, I posited that the only way they're going to win is LeBron's got to be superhuman. He's got to score 40, 50 points a game. Otherwise, they just can't keep up. Golden State will never let that type of scenario happen either. So is it hopeless for Cleveland?
Well, and they've played 7 games in the finals the last 2 years, and Cleveland has yet to hit 100. So, For LeBron, he's a magnificent player. And this year he brings much more shooters around him. The Cavs had led the NBA in three-point shooting in the playoffs at 43%, and they were making 14 a game. I think the problem for the Cavs is the step up from the East to the West is a major deep end of the pool leap.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the problem. I think Cleveland rolled out, and they got a double-double from Tristan Thompson, and they got a double-double from Kevin Love, and LeBron and Kyrie, both had decent games. But the volume it took them to shoot, to score that many points, and still not sniff 100, that's going to be a problem because the Warriors are going to be in triple digits pretty much every game. And so it's going to take an insane, I think, three-point shooting barrage for Cleveland to grab a couple of these games, and they're capable of doing that.
Bob, I'm curious. Have you noticed, thinking about on the court, but is Draymond, and I should probably set this up for the audience, even though you probably know where I'm going. So you get drafted in the second round. There's obviously an internal motivation, which he's actually, put out there for consumption. He's ripped down all the names that were drafted in front of him, which has obviously fueled him to a tremendous start to his career. But sometimes when somebody enters a league with a, Rocky-esque, if you will, kind of underdog tag, and they achieve a certain level of success, they kind of change. And I don't know if it's inevitable, but for some people, I guess it proves to be. Do you see his demeanor, the way he comports himself away from the court? Is Draymond Green changing, or is he still the same guy that came with that big chip from Michigan State?
I think he's the same guy, and I think he's much more visible because, he's a great quote. He's getting some endorsements. People realize he's an elite player right now. Made an all-star team, made an all-NBA team. But that's the theme, really, of the whole Warriors. Steph Curry, his dad played at Vautech and played in the NBA. Vautech offered him to be a walk-on. No big school gave him a scholarship. Klay Thompson's the son of a number 1 overall pick. It wasn't UCLA. It wasn't Kentucky. Washington State gave him an opportunity, the only team in the Pac-12. Draymond lasts until the second round. Livingston's coming back from a significant injury. Bogut's significant injury. Everybody on the team kind of has this doubted, you're not good enough, you're never going to be anything, and that fuels them. And then the Cavs did no favors with you were lucky, we didn't have Kyrie, we didn't have Kevin Love, Doc Rivers, you didn't play the Spurs and the Clippers, they voted James Harden the Players MVP. These guys won 67 games and door slammed everybody all last year, and people acted like it was some fluke. Well, these guys don't forget anything, and they hear everything, and they go take it out on you. And that's what the Warriors do, and Draymond's the leader of that.